Animated Parashá with Micha, Animated 2.0. Welcome to another Animated Parashá with Micha, Animated. This week, Parashat Yitro. He was the father-in-law of Moshe Rabbeinu. And in this week, he wanted to convert to the people of Israel after hearing the countless miracles that God did for his people. You ask and I answer, or at least I try.
Micha, I'm very busy. How do I find time to do everything?
You're not busier than Moshe Rabbeinu. Moses, the leader of the people of Israel, took care of his people day and night. Jethro realized that Moses was very tired and gave him advice. Separate your wise men into groups, the group of 10, the group of 50, the group of 100, and the group of 1,000. For each group, put a wise man who will answer the questions of your people. This way, you'll have more peace to attend to the entire people. And so Moshe Rabbeinu did it. Separated wise men to attend groups of 10, 50, 100, and 1,000. Only the difficult questions reached Moshe Rabbeinu. And whose advice was it? His father-in-law Jethro. And that's why Jethro, when he converted, earned a Parasha with his name. I'd like to have a Parasha with my name too.
Micha, I know that the 10 Commandments are very important, but I don't know them correctly. Can you tell them?
Indeed, the 10 Commandments are the pillars of Judaism. When God offered the Torah to the people of Israel, He also gave the 10 Commandments. But before God offered the Torah to the people of Israel, He went to other peoples like the people of Ishmael. Do you want to receive the Torah? And they asked God, what is written in this Torah? God said to them, you shall not steal. They thought and said, no, we can, our life is stealing. We don't want the Torah. God then went to the people of Edom. Do you want to receive the Torah? They answered, what is written in the Torah? God said to them, you shall not murder. They said, oh no, too difficult for us. So God offered the Torah to various peoples. When God came to the people of Israel asking, people of Israel, do you want to receive the Torah? They replied with the famous expression,
Na'aseh v'nishma.
We will do, and only then will we understand. We accept to have this Torah, even if we don't know what we're assuming. And only then do we want to understand its wisdom. God then asked Moses to prepare the people for 3 days for this great event, called
Ma'amad Har Sinai,
where the people would be around the mountain and could not touch the mountain. Moses would go up to the top of the mountain, receive the Torah from God, and
Aseret Adibrot.
on the 6th of
Sivan,
everyone excited around the mountain called Har Sinai. Moses went up and came back with lightning, thunder, noise. The whole world awaited this moment. When God descended upon the mountain of Har Sinai, not even a bird chirped. The whole world fell silent to hear the voice of God. God then said,
Anochi Hashem Elokecha, Asher hotzeticha me'eretz Mitzrayim.
I am Hashem, your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt. Guys, the voice of Hashem was so loud, but so loud that our sages say the souls of the Jews who heard it left their bodies, and everyone died. God then had to send a layer of dew that fell on their eyes to revive them. God then said,
Lo yeh lecha Elokim acherim.
you shall have no other gods before me. Second commandment. And again the people died. God had to revive the people, and the people went to Moses and said, please speak the words in the name of God, because we cannot hear the powerful voice directly from God. The other 8 commandments were transmitted to the people of Israel through Moshe Rabbeinu. Third commandment.
Lo tisa et Hashem Elokecha lashav.
Do not take the name of God in vain in unnecessary oaths. A person who swears that a stone is a stone is making a vain oath. The fourth commandment,
Zachor et Yom HaShabbat lekadesho.
remember the 7th day of creation, the day of Shabbat, the day when God rested and asks the world to rest. This day is holy. You cannot work, your wife, your children, your animals, your employees. Everyone rests in the name of the holiness of this wonderful day known as Shabbat Kodesh. Look at the beauty of the Shabbat table. We, the Yehudi, believe that when you don't work on the day of Shabbat, you're not losing money. On the contrary, you're making money every day of the week that you do work, and for the Shabbat that you don't work. The day of Shabbat brings prosperity for every day of the week, for every day of the month, and for the whole year. For the Jew and his entire family who keeps the Shabbat. On Shabbat day, we gather at home with family, eat Shabbat meals which are delicious. We go to the synagogue to pray and connect with God, and it is this day that will bring new energies for an excellent week with much success. The fifth commandment,
כבד את אביך ואת אמך.
respect your father and mother. One of the great pillars of Judaism, respecting your father and mother. Don't argue with them, don't fight with them. When they come home, stand up for them. Never sit in the chair where your father and mother sit. Don't interrupt them when they're on the phone, don't wake them up when they're sleeping. This precept still gives us a great reward, long life. Most of the precepts of the Torah, we don't know their rewards. They take place in the world to come.
כבד את אביך ואת אמך.
If you respect your father and mother, you have the guarantee of living a long life. The sixth commandment,
לא תרצח.
you shall not murder. This commandment includes not raising your hand against your friend and hurting him, or anything that can cause the death of a person. You are also obligated to be careful. The seventh commandment,
לא תנאף.
the prohibition of marrying a woman who does not belong to you. The eighth commandment,
לא תגנוב.
the prohibition of stealing. In this prohibition, it includes not touching objects of people that you don't know if you have permission to take them. The ninth commandment,
לא תענה ברעך עת שקר.
do not give false testimony against your friend. We can never assume a position of testimony to give false testimony. Any testimony you are going to make for your friend can only be if it is based and grounded in the truth. The word emet is composed of the following letters of the Hebrew alphabet. Aleph, which is the first letter of the alphabet. Mem, which is the central letter of the alphabet, and Tav, which is the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet. To be true, it needs to have Aleph, one, God. God is truth. Removing the Aleph, Emet becomes Met, dead. Only with the Aleph, with God in all our words, the word becomes Emet. It is true and it has solidity because all the letters have a foundation. The word Sheker, composed of Shin, Kuf, and Resh, which are letters that follow each other in order in the alphabet and have no foundation. They are sharp, teaching us that the lie does not endure, the lie falls. We will always follow the path of truth, having our Creator in our words, and we will not fall into falsehood. And the 10th and last commandment,
לא תחמוד.
you shall not covet. Envy is a bad feeling that can be in our day-to-day, undermining our health. Because we are always worried looking at the other, the life of the other, the Torah teaches us, do not look at the life of the other. Look at your life. Be content with the good that God has given you. That's what you need to be a good and happy person. Remove from your heart feelings of envy and jealousy, which is a precept of the 10 Commandments, and you will see that your life will be full of blessings. Tell us what you think of these teachings. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your comment. And here ends another Animated Parashá with Micha, Animated. Don't forget to tell the Parasha in your home, to your family, and of course, at the Shabbat table. See ya! The Animated Parashá with Micha, Animated 2.0.